Purayan Gopavrindai Brindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Kirti Namah Kamalana Bhaya Namah Kamalamaline Namah Kamalapadaya Namaste Kamalekshana Yo Brahmanam Virdhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvang Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshuravai Sharanamaham Prapadye. बोले राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, प्रिय साधक जन, दिव्यात्माओं, dearest spiritual aspirants, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest appreciations to all of you. Tonight, as we begin this wonderful weekend, Memorial Weekend, holiday in America, we have this great blessing and fortune to be in this Maun Sadhana Shivir. Maun means silence, no talking. We're going to speak, but try our best to keep away from worldly talk. The only talking and speaking we'll do here during this time, chanting the name and the glories and the pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna, Guru, listening to their glories, etc. Why this is so important and how it will help us, we will hear. In Sri Kripalu Dham, which was originally called Manughar Dham, the appearance place of Jagat Gurutam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, he originally started the Sadhana Shivir in the month of October, which ran for 5 weeks. And for that 5 weeks, it was Maun Sadhana. Maun. It was very strict. Even now, that Sadhana Shivir is run in the month of October. But it's not so strict as it used to be. Originally, Shri Maharaji, as we lovingly call Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, was very, very strict during these 5 weeks. everyone had to keep Maun. If anyone broke that Maun, they would be told to pack their bags and return to their home. It was so strict. So this means that keeping Maun is very important. Keep in silence. As I mentioned, we are going to speak, but only on spiritual topic. We're going to use our tongue to chant the glories, the pastimes, the name, etc. of Shri Radha Krishna, God and Guru. Listen to the glories, listen to divine philosophies. During this short time, not 5 weeks, just less than even 4 days, 2 full days and a little bit tonight and sometime on Monday till lunchtime. So let us try our utmost best to try to see if we can keep the Maun during this time. And we will see for ourselves how much benefit we are going to get by practicing Maun. We talk so much. In the world, we are going to go back in the world. Many of us here have come for the full time to be here and stay the full time. It's good. Very good. And when we leave here and go back in the world, we'll have so much time to talk to our family, our friends, and to everyone. So let us utilize this few little hours we are going to have here to gain labh. See how much we can benefit and gain during the short time. And this will happen when we observe. And don't do it chori. Huh? Okay, I will not speak here, that no one is going to see me speaking, but when I go somewhere in my room and I meet my friends in the room, we will speak. I'm going to meet someone on the way and I'm going to ask them, where did you come from? And I haven't seen you so long. What were you doing? Keep away from all of this. Remember Radha Rani, Shri Krishna, Maharaji sitting in our heart. They are looking. Every moment. Forget about the world, about who is looking and who is seeing. We have to realize Radha Rani, Shri Krishna, Maharaji is in our hearts sitting. They're looking. The one whose grace we want, the one whose love we want, he's looking. If we want to get his kripa, his grace, we want to get Radha Rani's grace, then we follow the rule. Make them happy. Think about what is going to make Hari Guru happy, Radha Krishna and Guru happy. Not our happiness, what's going to make them happy. These are some of the things we're going to talk about as we go along. I just wanted to mention briefly, as an introduction, the theme of this retreat, which is Maun Sadhana Shivir. And we will hear what is the importance of keeping this Maun and how it's going to benefit us. All right? So we begin tonight with this beautiful pad, this divine composition, composed and written by Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, whom we all know is only the fifth Panchvi, the fifth original Jagat Guru and supreme Acharya. In the 5, he's the supreme Jagat Guru Tam. He's written this wonderful book, Prem Ras Madira, many others, but this book containing 1008 pads, divine compositions, containing all the divine philosophy of all the Vedic scriptures, the Vedas, the Puranas, Mahabharata, Gita, Ramayana, all the scriptures. All the divine pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna, the gopis, the cowhoods, etc. And Guru also. So, from that, this pad comes from Siddhant Madhuri. There are 21 Madhuris. And the second one, first Guru Madhuri, then Siddhant Madhuri. This pad is chosen from Siddhant Madhuri. So we're going to sing this pad, we're going to sing a couple lines, and then we will listen a little bit what is the meaning. Double bhajna. Moorakh nipat gawar are man. Moorakh nipat gawar are man. Oh, moorakh nipat gawar are man. Moorakh nipat gawar are man. Bigarat aapu bigarat mokah. Bigarat aapu bigarat mokah. Oh, bigarat aapu bigarat aapu bigarat mokahu. Bigarat aapu bigarat mokahu. Nekun karat vichar hare man. 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 Moorakh nipat gawar are man. Moorakh nipat gawar are man. Are man, O mind. So the saint is saying here, addressing the mind in the words of a sadhak, a spiritual aspirant, one who is in the path, who has some type of desire, a yearning to know. He's addressing the mind, O mind, Moorakh. Moorakh means foolish. In Hindi, in Sanskrit, in Hindi, the word Moorakh means foolish. Nipat, absolutely. or gawad, ignorant. So harsh words. Oh, mind you, extremely, absolutely foolish and ignorant. Why? Apu bigarat or bigarat mohika. Not only have you destroyed your own self, you have destroyed me also. This mind is very important. In the world, we see a lot of people doing spiritual activities, practices. Whether they're Hindus, Muslims, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, whoever the spiritual person, people are doing all kinds of spiritual activities. It would seem that people are very spiritual, very religious. So many people are going to church, to the masjid, to the mandir, the places of worship. Some go on pilgrimages. They leave their home, their family, job, everything. And they go so far, spend so much money, make so much sacrifices. Some go on Hajj, some to do parikrama of Govardhan. There's a mountain in Vrindavan, in India, Govardhan Parvat. Bhagwan Shri Krishna himself became Govardhan, that mountain. So people, and in that time when Shri Krishna became Govardhan, the gopis and the cowherds did parikrama as advised by Shri Krishna himself. They all did parikrama, and that practice continues till today. When we keep an object of worship to our right side and we go around in a clockwise direction around that object reverently, it's called parikrama. We do parikrama here also at Radha Madhav Dham. So, this practice from ancient time, how people live to go all the way. Someone is thinking, I'm going to go Hajj, I'm going to go to the holy Jerusalem, I'm going to go to Govardhan. So they're making all these wonderful plans. And they're thinking, oh, it's such a blessing I have. And the person reaches Govardhan in Vrindavan, in India. And he's on the Parikrama Marg. There's a marg, a pathway. It's called Parikrama Marg. And so people do go a different way. Some people walk. Everyone goes bare feet to start with. Some walk. Some people go down on their knees. Some people lie down. They will spread like a bag or something, and then they will lie, and then they will get up and spread it again and lie on the ground. different ways they do this parikrama. Now, while that person is doing parikrama, where is his mind? Before he went to India, to Vrindavan, to this holy place, Govardhan, so much wonderful thoughts. I'm going to do parikrama. He heard so many people speak about this, and people boast, and that all the holy men are saying we should go and do parikrama. He's advised by his guru, so he goes. He has this great plan, but when he reaches Govardhan mountain, that Parvat, and he's starting to do parikrama, Is his mind that I'm going around Sri Krishna? He starts thinking about the world. I wonder how my children are doing. I wonder if my wife is missing me. I wonder at my shop, I hope that no one broke into the car. I hope the kids are taking care of the dog. Doing parikrama and mind in the world. So no benefit. Not only that, he end up getting loss. Instead of gain, end up getting loss. Loss? This person has sacrificed so much, spent so much money to buy ticket, etc., to go all the way to India. His sacrifice has not left his family and everyone in the world. He's not have a bed to sleep like he would normally and the kind of food he would love to eat. And he's getting lost? Yes. How? Because now abhiman, pride comes. Number one, mind in the world. And number two, abhiman, pride comes. Oh, when he comes back in the world, he goes to the friend. Anyone he meets, people come to me. Swamiji, have you done parikrama? Did you go? I never did parikrama, honestly. I've heard about parikrama, I've seen people doing it, but I haven't done it. Physically, I have done parikrama in different ways, as advised by my guru, Jagat Guru Tham Kripalu Mahaprabhu. So this boasting, this abhiman, ego has come. And one of the most dangerous things in the path of spirituality, this thing called ego, abhiman. One thing Radha Krishna, Shri Radha Krishna, Guru cannot tolerate, the thing called ego, abhiman. This is why Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he wrote something called Shikshastak. He didn't leave much writing. He wrote a big book. He did write a book, but he threw it into the Ganga. So he only wrote 8 Sanskrit verses. It's called Ashtapadi or Shikshastak. And the very first verse, he says, Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Shikshastak. If you want to be a sadhak, you want to practice spirituality, you want to go on the spiritual path, there's certain prerequisite. Some things that you have to do first in order to benefit on the path. Otherwise, you'll do everything and you'll get nothing. You go backwards instead. So these are the prerequisites. Number 1, Trinadapi suni chena. Trin, in that Sanskrit word, trin means grass. Ghas in Hindi, grass. One has to become humbler than a blade of grass. Without humility, deenata, we cannot get anywhere in the spiritual path. One of the most important things in spirituality, in bhakti, we have to shed tears. Asu bahana. And if there is no humility, the only thing which prevents us from shedding tears for Radha Krishna, for Guru, abhiman, pride, ego. And this is why humility is so important. Why we have to shed tears, we'll hear later on. It is the most important thing. To fix the mind, to fix the mind. This mind which is absolutely foolish and ignorant. So, one has to become humbler than a blade of grass. Number one. Number two, tarorapi sahishnuna. Tar means pear, tree. One has to become more tolerant than a tree. More tolerant. A tree is bearing fruits. In India now is the season of mangoes, I just went to India, had a lot of There's no and no mango in the world which can... You want to eat real mango, sweet mango, you have to get in India. So there's a beautiful mango tree. And someone is taking care of that tree. They put in fertilizer, cleaning the weeds, water in. And somebody is trying to kill the tree. They're breaking the branches, cutting, throwing sticks, stone. Now, when the tree bears the nice sweet mangoes, Alfonso, nice sweet mango, does the tree say, hey, you took nice care of me, I'm going to give you the sweetest and the loveliest and the sweetest mango. And you tried to kill me, you broke my branches, no mango for you. Or I'm going to give you a poison mango. Does the tree do that? No. The tree gives mangoes to all, whether you took care or you tried to kill it. It gives to all alike. One has to be more tolerant. In other words, there's a reason to get angry, krodh. And you don't get angry. It's not easy. Amanina manadena. The word man means respect. Amanina. The absence for the desire for name and fame, for respect. You can do the greatest good deed, give the biggest charity, daan, and you don't want anyone to know. When thou givest alms, let not the left hand know what the right hand had given, that thy alms may be in secret. Daan, charity is very important, especially in this age of Kali Yuga. But the best charity is the one given in secret. In other words, that pride shouldn't come. You can do the best thing and still feel, I am the worst. I have not given anything. You gave everything to Guru. Sab kuch. This is a problem we have when it comes to doing seva, Guru seva. Our attachment. We don't realize Guru doesn't take, he gives. How many times Kripalu Mahaprabhu is saying, I don't take. Main deta hu, I give. And yet the thing comes to do the seva and we start thinking, oh, we commit nama prad. You should give everything and still feel I have given nothing. What Guru gives, we can never repay. We can never repay that debt. Amanadena. give respect to all. Not to have a desire for respect, for name and fame, and to give respect to all. Sabko maan dena. Seeing Radha Krishna, Guru sitting in the heart of everyone, give respect. The same Radha Krishna I love, the same Maharaji I love, is sitting in this person's heart, and I am having negative feeling, I am having bad feeling. And Guru is taking note. Give respect to all. Then take the name, then do chanting. Kirtaniya sada hari. Then do kirtan, then do bhajan, then do bhakti. These are prerequisites. So, dinata, humility, is so important. So that's why I said that person who was going to Govardhan, instead of getting benefit, they got harm instead. Better he didn't go. At least they wouldn't have the pride at Abhiman. I went to Rameshwaram, I went to Puri, I went to Badrinath, I went to Dwarika, Charo Dham, the 4 Dhams. People boast about this. In spirituality, true spirituality, there has to be humility, dinata. This is the foundation, Adhar Shila, on which we have to build a bhakti. So the mind, and all this is in the mind. Not the soul, not the Atma, who we are. All of this is in the mind. And this is why all the blame is being laid on the mind. That you're so foolish, you're so ignorant, you've spoiled not only yourself, but me also. And you're not even thinking about it. Kabhi vichar, you never thought about it. Look, why is the mind so important? The Vedas give us the answer. Man eva manushyanam karnam bandhamokshayoho. Brahma Bindu Upanishad, 2nd mantra. This mantra comes many places. In many other Upanishads, in Narad Puran, Narad Pancharatra, etc., many places. It's such an important mantra that has come so many places. Man, the mind. Ev, alone. Manushyanam, human beings. Karanam is the cause, bandhan of bondage, moksha, liberation. The mind alone, ev, alone, is the cause of bondage as well as liberation. All the responsibility lies in the mind alone. This mind will take us to Radha Krishna Golok. This mind will take us to heaven uncountable times. We have gone. This mind takes us to hell uncountable times. This mind will bring us in this world uncountable time in 8.4 million forms of life. All the mind alone. In chapter 6 of the Gita, the whole chapter 6 especially, Shri Krishna is given so much emphasis on the mind. The whole of chapter 6. First to begin, he says to Arjun, Ekaki, Ekaki Ramate. Go in a place of solitude. Be alone. We have to practice sadhana. Now, the mind is extremely foolish, extremely ignorant. We have to fix the mind, make it good. If the mind alone is the thing which is going to take us to Golok, Right now, Shri Krishna says in chapter 6 also, this mind is our greatest enemy. Sabse bada shatru. We think our neighbor is my enemy. My sister, my brother, my friend, my husband, my wife, we give so much people as enemy. No. Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu says, no one can do anything to us. All the problem lies in the mind alone. Our mind is our greatest enemy. The whole reason for us being existing in this world still, we have been in existence from beginningless time. One of the lines says, Murakh nipat gawar are man.
Murakh nipat gawar are man.
Oh, Murakh nipat gawar Hare man.
Murakh nipat gawar hare man.
Koti kalp bhatkyo jyon shukar.
कल्प भटक्यो जो शुकर.
ओ कोटि कल्प भटक्यो जो शुकर.
कोटि कल्प भटक्यो जो शुकर.
विष्ठा विषय मझार अरे मन.
विष्ठा विषय मझार अरे मन.
विष्ठा विषय विष्ठा विषय मझार अरे मन.
विष्ठा विषय मझार अरे मन.
ओ मूरख निपट गवार अरे मन.
मूरख निपट गमार अरे मन.
कोटि कल्प भटक्यो. Koti kalp means infinite. Kalp alone over 4 billion years. 4,294,080,000 years. One kalp. A koti, the word koti. Thousands. So in other words, infinite. Infinite lifetimes we have been rotating because of this mind. This mind has been rotating in different forms of life. And the word shukar, shukar means a pig. What is a pig like? Pig likes bishta. Vishta means filth. Sensual objects. Filth is sense. So the mind is like a pig. And uncountable lifetimes is been enjoying in this filth of worldly sensual enjoyments. And still pet nahi bhara. And still we're not satisfied. You keep rotating. And because of listening to this mind. And that's why this mind is our greatest enemy. Tab inko mitra banana. We have to make the mind our friend. Because we need the mind. We can't destroy it, not like the Jnani is saying, destroy the mind. The part of Jnana, the Jnani destroys the mind. So the Jnani gets nothing. Look, it's the mind that experiences happiness as well as sorrow. Not the soul. The Atma is a non-doer. The soul doesn't have experience. It is the mind that experiences happiness, sukha, and sorrow, dukkha. We want to attain infinite happiness, Premanand of Radha Krishna. If we destroy the mind, how are we going to enjoy that? The devotee does not destroy anything. Ramakrishna Paramhans, a great saint, used to say, I don't want to become the sugar. Sugar is sweet, meetha, but the sugar cannot taste its own sweetness. If I become sweet sugar, how will I taste the sweetness? So I do not want to be the sugar. I want to eat the sugar. I don't want to become Brahm, Aham Brahmasmi. I want to be the Das. So devotee, we who are practicing bhakti, the path of devotion, never says, Shivoham, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi. I am God. A devotee says, Dasoham, Dasoham. I am a Das, I am a servant of Radharani Shri Krishna. It keeps the identity that I am Das. Jiver Swarupa Hoy, Krishner Nitya Das. Gaurang Mahaprabhu says, and the scripture says, by nature, the soul, the Atma, who we are, is an eternal, Nitya, eternal Das, servant of Shri Krishna, Radharani. So he keeps that identity. That such a devotee is the one who's going to enjoy the infinite bliss of Radha Krishna forever. So we don't want to destroy the mind. We keep the mind, but we make it our friend. We have to make this mind our friend. It's our greatest enemy right now. How are we going to make this mind our friend? And that's why we're in the retreat. That's why we're here to do Maun Sadhana Shivir. That in this time we're going to try to make this foolish mind of ours, this extremely foolish and ignorant mind and our worst enemy, we're going to make it our friend. Are we going to try our best to do that during this time? How do we do that? So look, the mind, there are two things, milk and water. Our mind can be compared to milk and the world to water. If we mix water in the milk, it becomes almost impossible to separate the milk from the water. If you mix it. Now, You take that milk, you boil it. And then you take some yogurt, dahi, little bit, joran, and you add it to the milk. Let it cool up. Let the milk cool down first, not while it's hot. It's going to burst. Let it cool down to a certain temperature, not too hot, not too cold. And then you add a little bit of dahi, yogurt in there, and you stir it properly. Then you cover it in that. You take the container and cover it, put it in a dark place, and let it sit quietly. Sit quietly for a couple of hours. All the milk becomes dahi, yogurt. Now you take that dahi, that yogurt, and you churn it, matho. You churn the dahi and you get makhan. You get something called fresh butter, makhan. Take that makhan, that butter now, and throw it in the water. Now the butter challenges the water. Mix in me if you dare. It no longer mixes. But this is the stage of perfection. Right? So we have to do that. We have to make this mind like the dahi. Sit quietly in a place of solitude. Or as we hear in the sadhana shivir, don't speak any worldly things. Don't listen to, not only speak, listening also. Well, I did not speak to anyone, but this girl came to me and she started to speak and I just listened. I didn't want her to feel badly. So I listened. No. The one who is listening is just as big as criminal as the one who is speaking. It goes in the mind and affects you. In order to take that milk mind and make it into dahi and eventually makhan, that the world will no longer affect it, the silence is very important. No worldly things to come. And this is why also in the Gita, Shri Krishna talks about solitude, ekaki. To get away from everyone and everything. We're going to do it in the congregational way. This will help you to do that when you go back home, then you can go into solitude. But even here, when you go to the room, if you are lucky enough to be in a room by yourself, but even if there are others in the room with you, do not speak. If there is something important, write it on a piece of paper. Some emergency, something. Keep a pen and paper. Nowadays, no, I don't want to use the phone, but we take note on the phone nowadays. With a smartphone, it's okay. But don't speak and don't listen. And only if there's some emergency, something important. Try our best. Let's try to benefit as much as possible. It's not a big time, not a long time. A few days, couple days, 2 full days, and there's a little bit on the other 2 days. It will go so quickly you won't believe it. Let us try to get maximum benefit. We have already, those of us who are here to spend the full time, we have left home, everything to come here. Because we have seen this importance. Somebody inside has done something. Santa Vishuddha milahi punitehi Ram kripa karichita vahi jehi. Somebody inside has turned the key. They've turned the key and said, quick march. Let's go to RMD. Radha Madhav Dham. No, this is a long holiday. We can go to the beach. We can go and visit some friends. We can take some rest. I'm working so hard. Now, chalo, let's go to RMD. Somebody is pushing from inside. Radha Rani, Shri Krishna Maharaji, somebody is pushing. All would have made excuses. Why come? Why go? So somebody is already showering kripa on us. Now we have to shower our kripa on ourselves also. Ek kripa yaha bhi. There's a kripa we have to shower also. That is try to follow the rule. Try our best to keep Maun. It's going to help. You remember that milk, you kept it still. If you keep, let's suppose someone decides I'm going to make dahi, yogurt, and they have boiled the milk and they have put the little bit of dahi in there and they have churned it properly. But every few minutes they go on open. Every few minutes they go on to open and they disturb it. It will never become dahi. It will never turn to dahi. You have to let it sit quietly for at least 2 hours and then it will turn. Otherwise you keep disturbing, you keep opening, you keep shaking it. It will never happen. And that's why the silence is so important. To keep the mind still. You remember Arjun, when Shri Krishna was telling this to Arjun, Arjun said, Krishna, chanchalam himana Krishna pramathi balavaddham tasyaham nigahammanye vayu rivasu dushkaram. Chapter 6 verse 34 Gita. Krishna, you're telling me to control the mind, to sit down and meditate, do sadhana. Everything has been told. And Arjun says, Krishna, how to do this? This mind is so strong, turbulent and unyielding. It is more difficult to control this mind than it is to control the wind. Vayu rivasu dushkaram. And Shri Krishna agreed. 100%. Asanshaya mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Chapter 6 verse 35. Yes. Yes, Arjun, I agree with you 100%. The mind is difficult. Durnigra. Difficult to control. Not impossible. It can be done. How? Abhyasina tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Through constant practice and vairagya, detachment. Detachment you have done. You left the world. You came here. You may not have a bed to sleep like you would have in your home. You will not have the food to eat like you will normally go and get pizza when you feel like it. Go to the Starbucks. Whatever they cook here in RMD's kitchen, you didn't like it, but you eat. You complain a little bit. Don't complain, chup. We have to eat to nourish the body. There's a saying, eat to live, not live to eat. Nourish the body, that's all. So some detachment we have done. And the rest will come through knowledge that we're going to get here. The abhyas, sadhana, keeping the Maun, coming to the sadhana hall, as much as possible sitting down and doing sadhana. We have to practice. This is abhyas, abhyas. It's not going to happen by itself. Remember, we have to make this mind our friend. We have to still the mind. So we have to come. Come to try to make all the sessions, unless you have seva, some seva to do. Try to do all this. Don't sit. You already make so much a sacrifice to be here. Don't just stay in the room and sleep. Come. And sit here. Maharaji is here with us. Radharani is here. Sit and feel their presence. Feel the grace, the blessing. This is a very blessed place. Jagat Gurutam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu stayed here for so long. This has become imbued with his divinity. It's up to us to realize that and benefit from it. This is not an ordinary place. This has become imbued. He has imbued his divinity into this place. This Radha Madhav Dham is no ordinary place. But it's up to us to know that he is here, his presence is here, and benefit from his presence. We come here, sit down, practice sadhana, practice to shed tears. I'll tell you, we'll go more into it. Practice to do Roop Dhyan. Roop Dhyan, not just chant the name. Remember, the mind is the most important thing. Physical, I mentioned in the beginning, people do lots of things spiritually in the world, but they don't get benefit. Because they do not realize the main thing is the mind. Most important is the mind. Bhakti has to be done with the mind alone. The rest is help us. Chant, clap, use the hand to clap. Use the mouth, the tongue to chant the divine name, the glories. Use the eyes to look at the beautiful murti of Radharani, Shri Krishna, Maharaji. Use the feet to come here. Use the hand to go and do arti, to offer bhog. These all help us. And do it. Most important, the mind. Most important. And that's why Jagat Gurutam Kripalu Mahaprabhu, he gives most emphasis on Roop Dhyan. Roop Dhyan. Roop means form. The form of Hari Guru, Radha Krishna and Guru. Dhyan, meditate. Without that, this chanting alone is not going to give benefit. We have to practice Roop Dhyan. All we'll hear more and more how to do it and how to practice, we'll hear. Or start doing, start practicing. Many of you have heard much of before. We'll be hearing lectures from Jagat Gurutam Kripalu Mahaprabhu also. You've heard. We have to put it into practice. So we're going to utilize this time to fix this murakh or gawar, this extremely foolish and ignorant mind, because we need the mind to go to Radharani, to go to Shri Krishna, to go to Golok. We're going to hear more about this as we go along. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.